Coming back to our text. Beside her, Satyavan walked full of joy because she moved with him through his green horns. He showed her all the forest riches, flowers innumerable of every odor and hue. What he has been seeing for 25 years, he is showing her within 25 minutes. All that, you see. And soft, thick, clinging creepers, red and green. Thick, clinging creepers, red and green. That is Madhumalati, the faithfulness. Madhumalati, faithfulness. And strange, rich plumaged birds. To every cry that haunted sweetly distant boughs, replied with a shrill singer's name, most sweetly called. He spoke of all the things he loved, obviously, because his beloved was there with him. They were his boyhood's comrades and his playfellows. That is what we have just now seen, you see. Co-evals and companions of his life here in this world, whose every mood he knew. That is the identification of Satyavan with nature. It is that identification which gave him the true knowledge, the divine knowledge, spiritual realization. He had all those experiences already. But then he says, what I lacked was, my spirit is saved, but what about my body? You have come, now the body also is saved. Here this world has every mood he knew. What is that he knew? Their thoughts which no common mind can blank, he shared. What the birds are thinking, what the animals are thinking, what the trees are thinking, what the river is thinking, mountains are thinking, that all he knew. To every wild emotion felt an answer. So it is not only thought, but also the vital life instinct in you. Deeply she listened. She, of course, stands now here for Savitri. He is describing all that thing. And Savitri is listening very calmly, deeply. But to hear the voice that soon would see some tender words and treasure its sweet cadences, beloved, her lonely memory when none by her walked, and the beloved voice could speak no more. She, yeah, what a poignant moment, you see, how intense, you see, how piercing also. But he is speaking all that thing, but Savitri, all right, she is listening, but little dwelt her mind upon their sense. What is speaking, she is not really much concerned about that, you see. Of death, not life, she thought of life's lone end. Yes, her concern is now basically death or the lone end of life. What is going to happen? Love in her bosom, hurt with jagged edges, so rough. Emotions, feelings, it is they which are hurting her heart now. Of anguish mourned at every step with pain, crying, now perhaps his voice will cease forever. What a poignant statement. He's speaking another 2 hours perhaps, and he won't be able to speak at all further. Now perhaps his voice will cease forever. See the line, the way the line is overflowing from one to the other. Now perhaps his voice will cease. Now this line, forever, even by some vague touch of breast. Sometimes her eyes looked round as if their orbs might see the dim, dreadful God's approach. She's seeing already now the dim, dreadful God approaching her eyes. See. Forever, this line let us scan metrically. Forever, even by some vague touch of breath. The feet is, first foot is for A, that is am. Then A were even, that is another am. For A were even, then third foot is by some. Short, short, short. It's called tryback. Third foot. And then vague touch. Strong, strong. Spondy. So you have got I am, trimrack, spondy. And then oppressed. And I am. So see the magic of this thing. These two. Three short syllables followed by two strong syllables. It gives a kind of a strength to the whole metrical construction. Forever, even by some vague touch oppressed, the whole line rings with a different tone altogether. See. Sometimes her eyes looked round, as if their eyes might see the dim, dreadful God's approach. But Satyavan had paused. He meant to finish his labor. Here, that happy, linked, uncaring, they too might wander free in the green deep. They too might wander free in the green deep. Practically monosyllabic line emphasizing the stress, the intensity of emotion. His labor, he has a happy link. See, he wants to finish off his daily work. Let me quickly finish off. Be done away with it so that I can spend more time with my beloved. That is anxiety at the moment. They too might wander free in the green, deep, primal mystery of the forest art. For what? To see the beauty, the primal beauty of this forest. Enjoy the soul nature. Worldless but near she was. That is what he was feeling. What does Savitri feel? She is not speaking at all. She is very close to him. Wordless but near she was. No turn to lose of the bright face and body which she loved. She would not allow him to go out of her sight. She is constantly looking at him. She would not allow, even for a split second, for him to move away from her sight. Wordless, obviously. Her life was now in seconds. The moment is approaching, not in hours. And every moment she economized like a pale merchant lean above his store. The way the miser will look on his possession, those few moments now which are there, he's trying to hold them on for eternity. The miser of his poor remaining gold, poor remaining gold. It is gold, those few moments which are there now, they are gold to her. She would not allow to be snatched, that gold to be snatched by somebody, you see. The miser of his poor remaining gold. But Satyavan wielded a joyous axe. He wants to finish his work quickly and is in a hurry to carry out the work. But Satyavan wielded a joyous, obviously joyous, useful person with his company of beloved. He wants to finish out the work. He is singing. He does not know that shortly he is going to die. Absolutely no idea at all. Savitri, of course, knows it because Savitri knows the month, the day, the time, the moment when it is going to happen. She was counting all the food. Kala, Veda, etc., all those things. The month, the moment, the hour, everything she was counting constantly. He sang high snatches of a sage's chant. That is what we have got in the book of love also. He sang that period of conquered death and demon slave. Well, this is very romantic. Satyavan is chanting the song, the hymn, of conquest of death without knowing that he is shortly going to die. And sometimes pause to cry to a sweet speech of love and mockery, tenderer than love. So the poet is really very tense, in every description. She, like a pantheress, leaped upon his words and carried them into her cavern heart. She caught the prey and she is keeping now back in her cavern. She is storing every word, every joy which is coming from Satyavan. But as he worked, his doom upon him came. It has to happen. The inevitable has to happen. He must die. But as he worked, his doom upon him came. As he worked, his doom upon him came. Now this is practically monosyllabic line, except upon, which is a disyllabic. See, the poetic technique builds up the intensity of emotion. By putting stress on every word here, you are really making more and more powerful, intense that emotion. But as he worked, his doom upon him came. He became more and more poignant. The violent and hungry hounds of pain. So the dogs of death are now loosened and they are going to hurt him. The violent and hungry hounds of pain travel through his body, biting as they passed, silently, and all his suffering breath besieged, strove to rend life's strong hard course and be free. In the Mahabharata story, he says, as if the arrows are piercing into my head. Satyavan tells to Savitri, there is such a tremendous headache, as if some arrows are piercing into my head constantly, and there is intense pain. I feel something very disturbing in my heart also. That is what the Mahabharata story says. Here, the violent, hungry hounds of pain, that they are waiting to clutch his flesh, to bite him, then helped, as if a beast had left its prey, which is very rare, you see. Yeah.